INS Vikrant, India's first home-built aircraft carrier, has been formally commissioned today after completing almost a year of sea trials. The 45,000-ton warship has been built at the cost of 20,000 crore rupees.
First conceived in the late 90s, India's aircraft carrier, then known as an air defence ship, was expected to cost 1,725 crores with a planned delivery of between 8 and 10 years. It was meant to be a small warship, but then the Navy felt that the ship needed to be much larger than originally planned, almost twice as large. Power projection meant a 37,000-ton carrier. Initially, that cost went up from 1,725 crores to 3,261 crore rupees. Induction was expected to be in December 2010. But again, the Navy decided that they needed a larger aircraft carrier still, and with that, there were more costs. In March 2014, a more realistic cost projection of the aircraft carrier was submitted, 19,341 crores. That's broadly what has gone into the development and construction of the ship. The Defence Ministry, in a statement to Parliament, has listed 11 reasons for the cost overrun, from an increase in equipment costs to the need to augment infrastructure at Cochin Shipyard, where the carrier has been built. But while the ship has now come together, the Navy isn't happy with its primary fighter, the MiG-29K, which has a reputation of not being very reliable. Convinced that it needs better fighters, the Navy has now evaluated a naval variant of the French Rafale and the US F-18. 26 fighters of this class will cost in the range of 48,000 crore rupees.
So, INS Vikrant being commissioned today. Let me go across to Major General Yash Moore, a defence analyst, and Captain D.K. Sharma, both of the gentlemen joining us here on the show. Many thanks. Major General Moore, coming first to you, sir. Apart from the fact that this is the first India-made aircraft carrier, how is the aircraft carrier important as far as India's naval capacity building is concerned?
Firstly, thank you very much for inviting me for this show. And today is a great day. Today is a great day, and I can't help but say Dil Mange More because we've finally got an aircraft carrier. It's a very important historic step in our capability to make in India defense products. So while cost overruns have taken place, it's been a long over-delayed project. But having a second aircraft carrier gives us a leeway of operating in the Indo-Pacific, operating in our strategic area of interest, that is from Strait of Malacca to Strait of Hormuz. And the entire IOR region is the place where Indian Navy should be able to, effectively not only patrol this area, but dominate the seas here. So I think it was a long time coming. We are delayed, but nevertheless, having a second aircraft carrier, that to build in India, made in India, is a moment of pride for all of us. So I'm very happy for the Navy, and congratulations to the Cochin Shipyard for making this happen.
All right, Captain D.K. Sharma, Major General Moore has outlined some of the strategic regions where we need to be, that is, India needs to build its capacity and have more maritime movement. Do you think it's also necessary because of the manner in which China has been politicizing maritime movement in the region?
Good evening, everybody, first of all, and good evening, sir. General Moore. He has said it all. It is a red letter day for us. And now coming back to what question you have said, look, they are in our backyard and we need to have now a potent platforms all around. And with this Vikrant coming in, we will have 2 aircraft carriers, which also ensures that 1 aircraft carrier, that is 1 carrier battle group, will always be available to the nation to defend. Let me also tell you right now that at this point in time, you see our area of responsibility, our strategic area of interest is Indian Ocean region. Right from the east coast of Africa to the Strait of Hormuz, Persian Gulf, from where the energy flows, and all the commerce and the trade of the world is flowing through these routes. Let's not forget that. We need to have a force which can influence operations. We are a nation who is supporting rule-based order. We are looking for freedom of passage in global commons. So now how do you ensure that? We have to build up our Navy in such a manner that nobody comes in, plays hanky-panky over here. And you have seen last 10, 12 years, the Chinese ships are here on the pretext of, anti-piracy. And now you see, they are here 24/7. They are monitoring our movements. They are charting our oceans. They are looking at our operational patterns. So all this demands that our Navy has to be given a big focus, which is there, and that is how we are moving step by step. And this aircraft carrier, this carrier battle group, you see, along with this year we have commissioned Visakhapatnam. There are 3 more stealth destroyers coming. There are 7 stealth frigates coming. So the focus is there. We are not, losing focus of things. Submarines are coming. You have seen the Boeings coming. We have Predators. We have the MH-60R, which has come from USA. So we are. It is only a positive step. And with so much of Atmanirbharta, so much of indigenization, we are getting all the OEMs to come to India and do the job for us. But yes, we have to take care of the threat which is right outside our shores. And for that, these kind of assets are required. You say whatever, but the kind of influence a carrier battle group, which it carries, it can carry operations deep into the sea, and also it can affect operations over land. So it's a very, very integral part of today's credible navies, and we have it. And so is US, so is Royal Navy, so is the Chinese Navy, so is the Russian Navy. So we can't say that we don't need the aircraft carrier. Yes, you can have a different perception, but a great step today, a great jump ahead, I would say.
Okay. Major General Moore, I also want to ask you about freedom of navigation exercises that we've seen recently some countries hold, for instance, the UK and the US, in what China believes was an affront to it. Do you think these exercises are necessary, especially in the Indo-Pacific, in the Indian Ocean region that we're talking about at the moment?
I must tell you, and through you to the viewers, what has changed in the Indian Navy in last 20 years is really phenomenal. I've seen all the 3 services, but the change I see, the positive attitude, the operational planning, the kind of respect our Indian Navy has among the world navies is really phenomenal. It happened because we started training with foreign navies. That was the start point. And let me also tell you, it is the Navy which carries the defense diplomacy of a nation. When a warship visits another port, it's huge. It's more than a battalion group training with some army in mountains or deserts or somewhere else. So Navy is the force which must be the leading force for naval diplomacy. So therefore, training with the UK, which are very, very professional, US Navy is Australian, and also smaller Navy like Philippines, Singapore, we can't rule them out, also very, very professional forces. And our region, why not with Bangladesh and some of the Arabian countries and all. So navies by nature, and Indian Navy in last 20 years has transformed himself, just because they have more outgoing as far as training events are there with other navies. So I really appreciate this particular part of Navy, and I'm very happy that the government and the political class is taking a note of why Navy is more important. Unfortunately, because we have enemy on both the land borders, we have got stuck to the LC here and LAC here. Whereas we should have been looking at really investing more and more into the Navy, and because that is what will give dividends in future. The strategic dividends of India will not come on the land borders, they will come on the high seas, especially in the IOR region and Indo-Pacific, where we have a stake now that we are member of Quad and we are training with this. So I feel we are going in the right direction as far as the Navy's outreach with other navies is concerned.
Captain D.K. Sharma, the question here also arises about the aircrafts. Now, we know that this is an aircraft carrier, so the aircraft become an integral part of the warship in that sense. Therefore, help us understand if the Navy is not looking at MiGs, which are currently there. How does it go the next step further? Because that's an added cost, really, isn't it?
Rishika, now it's very clear that the carrier is here, and carrier is here to stay for the next 40 years. Now, the next thing comes, which kind of fighter birds are going to come on top. As of now, it will be MiG-29Ks. We also have LCA Mark II. We are also talking about TED-BF, which is about a decade away. So to fill in this gap, what I understand is MiG-29Ks will be starting they will start their trials and will be inducted within a year. on board, and that makes the two carriers complete. But yes, Indian Navy has also done trials with Boeing, that is the Super Hornets, as well as Rafale Marinized version. Now, Rafale operates from the Charles de Gaulle, that is their aircraft carrier, and of course, the Super Hornets are all over on the 10 aircraft carriers of the US Navy. Now it is only the decision of the government that how to fill up this gap, and we are looking at filling this gap for next 1 decade. Let's not forget that the strides which HAL is taking, the way LCA is getting developed, the way the funds are being given to 10BF development. So there are a lot of positive things happening behind the scene. But yes, you're right. As of now, I can tell you, we will have MiG-29Ks on top of Vikrant as well as Vikramaditya. Then we have the MH-60R ASW anti-submarine warfare helicopters. We have the ALH. We have our Chetaks. So the 30 aircraft required on both of them we have. But the question is very, very relevant. And within, say, you will come to know in a year and a half that whether we go this way or that way, because the trials are complete and the decision is now with the government. But whatever decision comes, it will be in the interest of the nation and of the Navy, because this art of operating aircraft carriers, we have spent a considerable amount of time, energy, money, 60 years plus. 1961, we got the first Vikrant, and today we are in 2022. So it's an art which we have, absolutely mastered, and we can't let it go away. And as Sir was saying, that Navy is one thing which carries, and it is our one of the primary roles, the diplomacy. So it is it carries the Indian flag to foreign shores, and it's a the duty which has been enshrined to us as the major duty apart from war fighting.
All right, Major General Yash More and Captain D.K. Sharma, both of you, many thanks for joining us here on this discussion.